Warning, this video may contain graphic content, such as sexual scenes, violence, gore, boobies, and the rest of the fun stuff. Please be over 18 to view this, and don't say we didn't warn you, little sinners.
Endlessly searching for an original
So hey guys, welcome to my next Let's Play, The Letter. Now this is one that's gotten an insane amount of requests. Now it started out with just Durago requesting it, and he actually sent me the game. And then at least 8 or 9 other people started requesting it, and then I got a bunch of patrons that requested it, and it's surprisingly not a game you would expect patrons to request. So I'm actually really excited. Now I believe way back in the day I did the demo for this from the Indie Files. And I just recently did one of their games for Simply Fun Games, which got kickstarted, so hopefully we'll be seeing that in the future. It was Love Esquire, which everyone seemed to really, really love. So the reason I didn't finish that demo was I'm waiting for the entire game to come out. But let's hop on in. By the way, forgive me if my voice is a little knackered right now. Getting a little sick, so yay. Let's jump on. What? So, FYI, this does have voice acting in some parts with some characters, so I won't be doing all the voice acting. The Ermengarde, I hope that's how you say it, mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth. This is going to become a trend, isn't it? Ermengarde of Luxembourg, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. I'm really gonna stop doing that. I promise you, I will stop. It's just so easy. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. It was a very nice house. And there it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsay, I almost said heresy, can you tell I've been playing Warhammer? Of a mysterious woman roaming the halls, hollowed halls, and aimlessly. People who dared enter the walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside wait to be discovered by brave souls. I should say this game has multiple endings. I'm going to go on a completely blind run to see what ending I get, and then if I do come back to this game later, I will use some guides to maybe show off some other endings. How do words work? No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Isabella.
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
A familiar, jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose! I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
Do I not have to do any voice acting? Alright.
What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this.
Because everybody, darling, likes to live in a place that's haunted with a killer ghost. Is at least that's why I'm guessing.
It really takes my breath away.
Oh, I'm sure it will soon enough. If I call that, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
There's a ghost in the background. Oh, man, I'm real. Don't ignore me.
And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
I mean, darling, that only happened once, twice, okay, maybe 10 times, but it can't keep happening.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
What?
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up.
Everyone check your sofas.
Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you. Bye.
She hangs up before I can respond. Rose still charming as ever.
Who was that?
I look up from my phone to see Rebecca. Becca giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started? You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about? Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps?
Look, lady, a paying job's a paying job.
You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as those words left my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all. I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it.
I think everyone could use a huge amount of cash right now.
Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier.
That's usually a bad sign because it means the place won't stay sold for long, and, you know, you might want to find a new realty company.
They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
Look, you were threatened to break my arms last time, I thought you were going for my kneecaps, but no, you went for the arms.
Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
So can I have a small loan of $1 million? I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect when she has that expression.
Becca, I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
Okay, so there we go. Oh, and it does save like a normal visual novel. Just a little right click and you're good. I eat other things too. You're not my mom.
Hey! I eat other things too.
I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same one I'd use with my younger siblings when they're being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
In the cupboard? Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She even went a little green on the last one. I don't blame you on that one. Why would you? No! I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago? Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year. In any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
Go buy some rice. She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny, distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there's only a warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
Buy me groceries, it seems. She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly, if I'm looking for the exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing. I already told you before. You're always free to reheat food in my fridge.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendship can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that happening between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, petty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying to, at least. Her eyes are distant. She doesn't seem too attentive to whatever's on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hesitantly goes to her mouth to stifle the sound. As this is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I leave her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now, something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There is no stopping her when she has decided on something. Defeated, I reached inside my bag full of the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it wearily, then I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this one thing I'm not letting her Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi and take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently, everyone in Luxborn City knows of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted here, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to that house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Time to pull out my cell phone and play some Candy Crush. Or Looney Tunes Mayhem. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has a way of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyway.
Rose?
Guess again.
That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. Bye.
Stupid asshole. Wow, really? Always teasing me whenever he sees the chance. I'll show him who's tough. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. It really does look nice. Yet, despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent, and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes. While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
You planning to go inside that place, Missy?
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never know.
He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus in commission, one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, while my own copy of the keys dangles uselessly in my hand, Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. I mean, if it's an open house, wouldn't you keep the door unlocked? Entering what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They have cleaned every corner, waxed every floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook and cranny and crevice, and made it spick and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll hear me no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my cell phone and dial her number. But
the number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house. Right? I mean, nobody named West owned this place, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dial her again, hoping the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
The number you have called is now dead. Please call back later.
But to no avail. Oh boy, I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
So bonus points to whoever's doing the audio stuff for this game. The audio engineering. Putting the echo on was a nice little touch. No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something moving above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's all right. Growing desperate, I try to connect to her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord? Finally!
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
I'm attic.
What? The attic? Why?
Did she let a frog loose? Crap. It got cut off and there appears to be a giant frog with her. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of the place. Really, not the basement? Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Well, excuse me. Whatever. I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. It branches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east and west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side. Wouldn't they connect? But the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms, so I head toward the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coat of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old this place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. What? But you guys fixed it up. Why didn't you add any? Why they didn't... Oh. Game, stop it. Stop it. We're meshing here. You know it's good when we mesh. Why they didn't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. I would scream for them to do it. Sheesh. They did it with the rest of the house. A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here, full of dust worn out and faded by time. Odd. I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concern right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe that phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got her? Ugh, shut up, brain, you're not helping. Sorry, I said shut up. Don't make this scarier than it already is. Look, I'm just doing my job. If she's not here, then where is she? What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm a cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that? Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs? I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time, nope. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
I'm gonna say it because if this is anything like the demo, I know what's gonna happen. My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. That is the PTSD look right there. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did Rose leave it for me? Was she here a while ago? I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as touch it. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakens me to my core.
What? What? Oh my god.
If you do not pass this to 10 people, I will come and get your soul. Nothing but the word help fills the page, all of it, seemingly written with a crimson-shaped pen. If you think that's a pen, honey, we got a lot to work with. Or blood. I gulp. Shouldn't have done it. The same phrase just goes on until... oh my effing god! I swear to God I made that joke not knowing. Because I barely remembered the demo, but... okay, moving on.
Send this to 5 people or else.
We shouldn't tell her about Chandler.
Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page. But there's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting darker and colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next to has me. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Manicure your nails! A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision. There you go for all the feet fetishes. Covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things that one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. I'm going to do this. Close my eyes and pray. Lord, please help me. I shut my eyes and mutter fervent prayers under my breath.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Prayers taught to me as a child by my mama and my papa slip out endlessly through my teeth. Because God, oh God, if you have to listen to any of my prayers, please listen to this one. And if God doesn't listen, at least I won't see the thing that kills me. Buddha? Moses? Zeus? Anybody? Help? A cold comfort. I wait. And I wait some more. But when nothing happens, I dare take a peek. Only to find that the ghost, the thing, whatever it is, gone. Relief washes over me as I shakily get up to my feet and back away towards the door. Wrenching it open, I slip out without a second thought and make a run for it down the stairs and onto the hallway. I take a look back to make sure it isn't behind me. Any other person might have stopped, dismissed it as a trick of the light and an overactive imagination. But I'm not taking any chances. I'm not giving that thing another chance to catch me off guard. I don't think I'll ever feel safe until I get out of here. Whatever it is, every warning bell in my mind is telling me that it's going to jump out at any moment and get me while I'm still in this place.
I told them! I freaking told them! Oh man, oh man, oh man!
Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoe slips and I find myself falling. Well, guys, what's going to happen? We'll find out next time. Thank you for joining me for the first episode of The Letter. And I want to give a special shout out to Durago, again, who sent me this game and who has been hounding me to play it, along with a couple of other people. You guys do seem to pick the best games. I want to thank you all, and I want to welcome 2019 in with a nice horror game. Bye, guys.